Breaking news out of the AI world, and this one is going to change the way you talk to your devices forever. OpenAI has just rolled out a major upgrade to ChatGPT's voice mode, and the headlines are already buzzing, but the most surprising thing about this update isn't what the AI can now say. It's what it finally knows when not to say. That's right. One of the biggest complaints users have had about ChatGPT's voice feature since its launch has been the constant interruptions, the awkward overlaps, and the AI jumping in before you've even finished your thought. It felt less like talking to an intelligent assistant and more like trying to have a conversation with someone who simply cannot stop talking. Well, OpenAI has heard that feedback loud and clear, and they've done something about it. The upgraded voice mode, now being introduced under the branding GPT-Live, has been specifically engineered to handle conversational timing with far greater precision. The AI can now read natural speech patterns more accurately, detecting pauses, sentence completions, and even subtle vocal cues that indicate whether you're actually done speaking or just taking a breath mid-thought. This is a genuinely massive technical leap, because teaching a machine to understand the unspoken rhythms of human conversation is extraordinarily difficult. Think about how you talk to a friend. There are gaps, there are half-sentences, there are moments where you trail off and then come back. Previous versions of ChatGPT's voice mode struggled enormously with all of that. It would either cut you off at the worst possible moment, or awkwardly barrel through with a response you didn't ask for yet. The new system is dramatically better at holding back, waiting, and letting you lead the conversation at your own pace. But here's where it gets even more interesting. According to reporting from Axios, OpenAI isn't treating this as just a minor quality-of-life improvement. The company is making a strategic bet, a big one, that voice is going to become the primary interface between humans and artificial intelligence. Not typing. Not clicking. Talking. OpenAI believes we are on the verge of a fundamental shift in how people interact with AI systems, moving away from keyboards and screens toward natural, flowing, spoken conversation. And when you look at the numbers, that bet starts to make a lot of sense. Voice-based AI interaction has been growing at a staggering rate, with millions of users preferring to speak to their AI assistants rather than type out queries. The problem has always been quality. The experience has been clunky, robotic, and frankly, frustrating. GPT-Live is OpenAI's answer to that frustration, a system designed to feel less like a chatbot and more like an actual conversation with another person. MacRumors is also highlighting what this means specifically for Apple device users, given the deep integration possibilities between ChatGPT and iOS platforms. The smoother, more natural conversational flow of GPT-Live could make AI assistants on iPhones and iPads feel genuinely seamless in ways that previous voice AI simply could not achieve. Now, the big questions are already starting to surface. How does this impact Google, which has been aggressively pushing its own voice AI capabilities through Gemini? How does it affect Amazon's Alexa, which has been in desperate need of a revolution for years? And perhaps most importantly, what does this mean for user privacy, as AI systems become more sophisticated at listening, interpreting, and responding to the nuanced details of your voice? OpenAI is clearly playing a long game here. They're not just building a chatbot. They're building the voice of the future. And the real question you should be asking yourself right now isn't whether AI voice technology is getting better, because clearly, it is. The question is whether you're ready for the day when the most natural thing in the world is having a conversation with a machine that actually knows when to listen.